morning. Welcome back to the channel. This is On My Mind, episode 3. We're headed to George L. Smith State Park near the small town of Twin City, Georgia. So come on with me. Let's take a ride. And here we are, George L. Smith II State Park. Man, look at all them cypress trees in there. So this is a covered bridge slash grist mill. It's very peaceful, tranquil this morning. Getting here kind of early. Wanted to beat the heat. So this is a combination covered bridge, dam, grist mill, cotton gin, sawmill. It has been all of these things during its life. Well, I mean, so it's a covered bridge that's sitting on the dam that's making this lake and feeding into here. But they originally, I think the first thing in operation here was a sawmill. Man, I wish we could go up there. Now the stone on the grist mill, 125 revolutions per minute at a weight of 3,000 pounds. They say it can, capable of grinding 200 pounds of corn an hour. That was my fun fact that I was going to talk about later, but we've already talked about it. I don't know how fun that is, but I thought it was interesting. Oh, wow, okay. Why are the lights off? I can't see in there. Can I see? Okay, that's interesting. Not that I'm an aficionado on grist mills or anything, but I've been to a couple, and this one is different. This one isn't a water wheel outside getting turned. This is a turbine. I don't know if you can see that picture, how the water is going down the spillway and turning a turbine that's submerged. That's pretty neat. I'll try to find a better diagram of it and put it up. Oh yeah, I don't know. I read about that online too. I don't know when it was added, but they added a diesel engine that could also run the grist mill. I'm guessing that was a little bit later. Fancy new technology. I guess this is about as good as area as any, with the main attraction right in the background here. Reading my notes again. Okay, so this is George L. Smith State Park, still in the coastal plains region of Georgia. This is Emmanuel County, not too far outside of Twin City, Georgia. Very, very small town. It's named after George L. Smith, who was a Georgia politician from Emmanuel County, and he served as the Speaker of the Georgia House of Representatives 2 times, from 1959 to 1962. And then from 1967 till 1973 when he passed away of a stroke. This park is 1,600 acres, just over 1,600 acres, with this lake back here that's 412 acres of it. 10 cottages, 24 tent, trailer and RV campsites, so a little smaller on the campsite as some of the other ones have been to. 4 picnic shelters, a conference center, that's the conference center. Right up there, if you can see it. 1 pioneer campground and a primitive campground. And on my last one, I asked you guys if anybody could leave a comment on the difference between a primitive campsite and a pioneer campsite. Apparently you guys don't know either. So I asked them in the office when I got my passport stamped. A primitive campground is just You just got to hike into the woods and go camp. Set up everything. A Pioneer campground, I guess the campsites are semi set up already, so it's a little more established. So there you go. Historic covered bridge and mill, which is right here that we just walked through. And a playground. They kicked me off of it though. I'm just kidding. Things to do: biking, bird watching, boating. Yeah, you can take boats out there, but no more than 10 miles per hour. Fishing, hiking. One of the trails is closed. It's like 2.5 mile loop, and it's just closed for renovation. But there's several other trails that are open. Kayak and canoeing, and you can actually rent kayaks and canoes here. And I would not be surprised if we see a gator out here somewhere. Looks like prime habitat for some gators. Local attractions. I don't know if you call it attractions, but Statesboro, Georgia is not too far from here. That's where Georgia Southern University is. And also, if you ever heard the Allman Brothers Statesboro Blues, yeah, that's it. Other than that, I mean, there's not a whole lot out here. Emmanuel County is a really rural area. Are a couple of other state parks not too far from here. Jack Hill State Park and Magnolia Springs State Park. Haven't been to either one of them yet. They are on the list because all 48 are on the list. Speaking of that, you know, when I first started this 8 weeks ago, I think I posted the first one. I said I was going to try to do 48 parks within the year. I'm on number 3, and it's been about 8 weeks. I'm not very good at math. I'm starting to think that may not happen. So I still want to hit them all. I may not get them in a year, but I'm going to keep going. All right. Yeah, that's about it. My fun fact was that this thing still goes sometimes when I don't know if they just do it for fun or show, but it can grind 200 pounds of corn an hour on those 3,300 pound wheels. But we already talked about that. And again, I don't know how fun it is. Let's go walk around, ride around, see more of the park. All right. Not quite as hot today as my last On My Mind episode. But I'm also starting way earlier today. And it's a little overcast. There's one of those in my backyard right now. Kids are going to freak out when they see it. I've been leaving it there for 4 or 5 days now. I think it's neat. Little girls are going to freak out when they notice it, though. It's official. I got my stamp. Again, now you know I've been here. All right, so that was George L. Smith State Park. Kind of a smaller one as far as amenities and things out there. Land-wise, it's pretty large. That lake is really neat. The cypress is just beautiful. I love scenery like that. Unfortunately, you saw the construction signs. Couldn't ride around the entire park. So it's actually a pretty small area I got to ride through. Nonetheless, it is still beautiful. And if you're in this area, stop and check it out. Really secluded. You saw, or I don't know if you saw or not, but the camping spots, it's not huge, but man, it was not packed. It was not busy at all. So if you're looking for something to go get away and quiet, check it out. All right, guys, I'm headed back to the house. Take it easy. Ride safe. I'll see you on the next one. Later.